That's an interesting question. I have to say this, my entire life I've always known about God. So I don't know a time when I didn't know of him. I grew up in the church. My mom always took me to church. I was always there, and I've gone through a couple different ones. I've done Baptist and then non-denominational and then some other stuff. But there was a time in my life when how do you put it? I didn't realize the relationship aspect of having one with God. I had always just known he was there. He was just this guy in the sky. But then there was one time in my life when I realized that I can develop a relationship with him, that I can talk to him. That's not just, hey, God, these are the things that I want, and can you hook me up with them? That'd just be great. It was more of a time in my life when I said, okay, I have to take a step back and realize who he is and realize who I am. And I can't really pinpoint it because it just happened that way. So, well, I can tell you definitely the differences. In my life before, it was one of those things where it was like I said, hey, God, I want these things, and then being frustrated because I never got those things. Constantly praying for him and then just never seeing them. As far as it is now, I realize that having the relationship with God is less about me getting the things that I want and I desire. Yeah, I might get them, but that's not what it's about. It's about serving him and looking towards him for my every need and my want and my desire, and eventually those will change into seeking after what his heart is for me in my life. So now my life looks like I just want to serve and praise him, and I just want to follow after him. And, the road is going to be shaky, and the more information you find out about him, you go, whoa, how does this work in my view of who God is? But once you get past that, you learn that the basics of who he is, light and love, and just, you can't get past that. And you have to look at that as being God for who he is, and that's what he wants in your life. My hope for Pervasive Hope, and it's been my hope ever since God has fully kind of planted me in this church, is that the Pervasive Hope would change people's lives in the way that they've changed my life. I hope that people will come to see that God is not just some guy in the sky, that he is actually a person who wants to have a relationship with you, and that he's actually a person that is willing to become part of your everyday life, from your waking moments to the time that you go to bed, and that he wants to handle those issues and those problems. He wants to break those hurts and those pains, and that we are the people that have to go out and do it. God doesn't just do his little fingers and it's done. He can, but he chooses to allow us to be a part of that process. And that's what I hope that the Pervasive Hope does, is that we do literally go out to all those people and we say, look, I know I'm a mess up too, but this is what happened in my life, and I hope that we can come together and we can be reconciled with each other so that you can meet my God, because he's awesome.